Never felt more like singing the blues. City win, United lose. Oh, City, you got me singing the blues. 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Never felt more like singing the blues. City win, and United and the Scousers lose. Oh, City, you got me singing the blues. Up the Palace, man. Like, if you were watching my watch long at the end, I saw that it was 1-1, and I just switched off. I presume the only outcome there would have been a late Crystal Palace winner. And then Palace go on to win as well. They tried to rule it out, apparently, but Palace go on to win as well. What a beautiful day to be a Manchester City fan, you know? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that was an electrifying, perfect performance today, but we won 5-1. 5-1 on a day that United and Liverpool both lose. And it's all very exciting. It's all very exciting. Did Chelsea lose too, someone said? Chelsea did lose as well to Brighton. I don't really take Chelsea fully seriously. But a very good day for Manchester City Football Club. When you start to look at the table as well and those around you, you think, actually, maybe something's happening here. Maybe actually something's cooking. Because you look at the table, there we go, sat in 4th place on 10 points. Only 5 points currently behind Liverpool, and maybe the bubbles burst. Palace up in 2nd. Bloody hell, Palace. Absolutely wonderful. And United haven't been relevant for many years. No, but Philip, you don't understand it, Philip. You don't understand. This is not about how good Man United are. This is about their misery. This is about Schadenfreude. This is about wanting them to suffer more than any team has ever suffered. This is wanting about United to be shit and reveling in it. This is wanting United to be smushed down in the mud. And when they're down in the mud, put a big fucking tombstone on it. And when that tombstone's on it, build a shopping centre on it, and then crush that as well. And when that's done, burn it to the ground. More misery the better. Absolutely flatten United, destroy them, then cover them in manure, then shit, and build a sewers on top of them. That's how I feel about United. I want them to suffer. Absolutely. So when I watch United, and they're currently sat down in 14th in the table, I will absolutely enjoy it, because no, they are not a threat to Manchester City at all. But I want them to suffer. I want them to be crap. Absolutely. And right now, John's pointed out, watch along with me was all love each other, be nice. Match reaction, me, and I'm not even baiting. It's still fuck Man United. The fans, no, look, I'm a person. I understand. I understand that people. But do I want United to be crap? Of course, I want United to be crap. Do I want them to get relegated and then relegated again? Absolutely, because we've been there and they deserve that. They do deserve that, because United as an institution are arrogant. I'm not even rage baiting. I'm telling you the implicit truth. And United fans, I know a lot of United fans. My best mate's a United fan actually, but some of them absolutely do deserve a little humility. Do you know what? I watched an overlap clip the other day when they were all going, wait, how old's Donnarumma? He's 26. No, he's 26. And you know what Neville's reaction to that was? Why did Man United not sign him for 30 million? He's 26. You know, he doesn't see it. Like, the delusion. Because Donnarumma wouldn't join Man United anymore, Gary Neville. Because you're shit. But you still don't see it. You don't see it. That's the thing, the delusion. Even Neville's still deluded. He thinks that Donnarumma wants to go to United, would consider going United over City. He fucking wouldn't, because they're shit. And that's the point. You'll get your Mbeuemos and you'll get your Kunas and all that kind of stuff, but you won't get Donnarumma over Manchester City if United, unless you're going to give him $1 million a week. That's the only way you're going to get it these days, because it's... So fuck United, absolutely fuck United, 100%, and fuck the Scousers too. Fuck your Liverpool. That's what it is, you know? Like, I was there in the 3rd tier, and it was horrible. I loved it actually at the same time, but I remember I was like, yeah, it is. Fergie made you cry. He did make me cry. I don't care. Like, you know what? But it's you cry all the time as a kid, so who cares, man? But look at the humility you learn from it. And like, the thing is though, it's funny because all this Fergie made you cry stuff. But I'd rather be a kid crying than a grown man crying. So. Because kids always cry. Fucking adults, if you're 40 years old, you go, it's not fair. Fucking get rid of him, blah, 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 blah. That is funnier than a child crying, because children cry all the time, you know? So stay humble. No. Fuck United. Absolutely. But yeah, anyway, City won 5-1, and I'm very happy about it. Erling Haaland, man, an absolute monster. About 5,000 times better than a Manchester United player right now. And the best striker in the world, the best striker in the league. Only the one who could touch him. Oh, the conversation will probably be Haaland. Not Haaland, sorry. What's he called? the only ones in the conversation are Mbappe and Harry Kane. But anyone else? No. Anyone else? No one's in the conversation. Isaac is not in the conversation with Haaland. Give me a fucking rest. Come on, be serious for a second. Be serious for a second. Isaac could be one day, but has he shown anything even close to being in the same conversation as Haaland? No, he isn't. He's a brilliant player, but is he Erling Haaland? He's absolutely not. We need to grow up and be mature about this. We need to. We need to be real. I'm sorry. Isaac is all potential still. A cracking footballer, but the levels... Isaac's a cracking footballer, but Haaland is I will remember him forever level footballer, because that's what Erling Haaland does. He's normalised the absurdity of what he does. And 8 goals in 6 games now and an assist today. 15 goals in 9 games in all competitions this season, including Norway. Look at him, man. Look at what this guy does, what he's normalised. Like, there's no way that people, don't understand what he's achieved and what he continues to achieve. They play him down, but they're idiots, because he's just a sensational footballer. And today, I love that I'm there on the table, not up here where I should be, with City. But Haaland, looks special footballer today. A goal and assist, 2 goals and assist again. And look, some of those goals were semi-given. The last goal was given to him, but you've got to finish it. You've got to put it in the back of the net. And he does. Yeah, and Haaland is a once-in-a-generation footballer. He absolutely is. The closest comparison, I can think of, Van Nistelrooy was similar at United, but Haaland's even more clinical than him because he's bigger and faster. Van Nistelrooy was very similar. I saw a United fan compare him to him, and I think that's the closest actually comparison stylistically. Just an absolute monster of a finisher. And Haaland right now is he's playing with a conviction to his game, which is rivaling, in my opinion, the treble season. This is the best Haaland I've seen since the treble season, when he turned up utterly determined to terrify everyone. And this is what he's done today. He's done this today. Like Haaland today, 2 goals and an assist. Reasonably quiet game, but then 2 goals and an assist. But that's what Haaland does, man. That's what the very best strikers do. They are there to kill teams when you give them a chance to. Like, he is the fucking gun. Just put the bullets in the chamber, man. It's not complicated. And Haaland, I love him. I absolutely love him to bits. And he's a blue. He's one of us. And he's going to stay here forever. And he's going to break every single record this English league has ever seen if he stays here forever and City don't let him down. Let's talk about the actual game. City were not good in that first half. We weren't horrific, but it was a bit boring. So there's the first half stats for you. City started pretty well. You were keeping the ball nicely. A little bit fortuitous with the first goal. An own goal, but if the guy hadn't put it in, Foden's about to tap it anyway. Maybe he wouldn't actually, might have gone past him, but Doku forced that with a lovely bit of play. He got a little bit lucky to bundle through someone, bundle past Walker I think it was actually, but his shot was good and he made his own look. And after that, City went into cruise control far too early. We're not quite as good as we think we are yet, City. We have to be a little bit more. You have to be a little bit more aware and alert. We played with a little conviction in that first half, and the goal itself wasn't a terrible one. It was just a frustrating one. Like, everyone can concede goals. The best teams in the history of the sport will concede goals. And sometimes goals are a little bit annoying because all it takes is a cross to go through a leg and the forward just to be that much closer to a ball than the defender, and they get a shot away and it bounces off the defender's leg and goes in the back of the net. It wasn't a great goal to concede, but I don't think it was an abysmal goal to concede. It just was annoying. It was annoying more than abysmal. I still think Nunes' defensive instincts aren't fully there, and I'll get onto Nunes more in a minute, of course, because he deserves a lot of credit for his second half performance, but he sort of limply throws a leg at it. Kusanov's out there, that cross is not coming in, but that's the difference between a great defender and one who's learning how to be a defender. I don't blame Nunes for that, and I think we all know it's an element of we're getting by with Nunes, and it's it is what it is there. But either way, the second half, City obviously had a word with Guardiola obviously had a word for them, and we weren't scintillating in the second half, but we were much better. And we we sort of forced it and we got better, and we ultimately deserved the win in the end. The goal came in the 61st minute. We were the better side. The goal itself was a nice bit of football, actually. Haaland did really well to win a back post header up in the air. Nunes had drifted centrally. It's a beautiful finish from Nunes. Really nice finish from Nunes, and I was genuinely happy for him. He needed that goal because he would have been a little bit bummed that his involvement in the equaliser wasn't probably stellar, and it was a really nice finish from the man. And then of course he He sort of got an assist. He won't go down as an assist because it was an own goal, but it was his cross back to Esteve, or Esteve, but I just call him Esteve. And in my head, I just picture the Minecraft fella who's discovered the internet. But Esteve got 2 own goals today, and lucky for him. Good player, though. Get him on the City side with that kind of finishing. Yeah, he put it in the back of his own net. What a stinker of a day. By the way, I don't think I've ever seen a guy score 2 own goals against us before, has he? I don't know. By the way, a 4.5 for Esteve today. Poor Esteve. He had a bad time. Yeah. But Nunes once again, semi with the assist. And then, of course, Haaland with his brace. I've just forgotten what the... Oh, it was Doku, wasn't it? Doku again with the assist for Haaland's first one. He runs at the defender, cuts inside, passes to Haaland, and he puts it into the corner. And then the last one was terrible defending, but he goes for a goal and finishes with an awful lot of conviction. But yeah, lovely stuff from Haaland, lovely goals, and he did flatter us. I think 3-1 would have been fair in terms of the overall balance of the play, but you take it, don't you? And ultimately, City did come out much better in the second half, and they did deserve the win, and they were much tighter and a lot less sloppy, and I'm happy with it. I'm not going to tell you, see, we're perfect, but given where we are right now, look, we've got to remember, I wish there was a way to draw on this, but like progression is not going to be like that, you know. It's not going to be a linear line. It's got to be a wave. You've got to have weeks where it goes up and like, which way is it? Like, it's got to go up like that. Here we go. Big screen will make it easier. If this is the line here, this way, it's all inverted. It's going to go up like that, right? And then it's going to go down. And then it's going to go up. And then it's going to go down again, read it. But then he hopes to go back up again. As long as he keeps going up and he reaches towards that top corner, that's fine. But there will be bumps in the road. And I thought the performance today was a little bit slower and it wasn't perfect. But we found a way to win. And that's without Shirky, without Marmoush, without fucking Rodri, you know, without the ribbon yet found and all these, you know, all these bumps in the road and all these players missing and City trying to find a way. So, like, I will take it right now. We're not perfect, no. But we know we're not perfect. I don't think we are right now a team that is, you can win the league. Can we get there? Can we keep improving when players come back? Can we get Aït-Nouri, Marmoush, Shirky, all these players fully integrated into the team? Rodri can play more regularly. O'Reilly keeps improving. Kusanov comes back into the side. Maybe we sign a right back. Doku keeps improving. Maybe someone finally grabs that right wing shirt. Maybe we can, man. Maybe we can challenge. Look, it's all about being near at the end of the season. But I'm really not setting my stall out this season for City to win the league. I still think we can. But I don't think we will. I don't know. Who knows? But I don't think it's impossible. You maintain like arm's length by January, and this City side, I presume, will be much better by then. The point is, I want to see that development carry on. I want to see City keep finding a way to win with things to work on. And and I think there is things to work on. Like City, Donnarumma had nothing to do today, so I can't really talk about him too much. But you look at that team today. I don't think Diaz was that at fault for the goal. You can't be. He got tight to the man, but he blocked the shot, but it came in off his leg. It's maybe not great, but it's not egregious. And I don't even think stopping the cross was egregious either for Nunes. It was an annoying goal to concede, but it wasn't a terrible one. And I thought, once again, Diaz, Vardiel and O'Reilly, the point was going to make, and the defensive line were largely fine. Nunes included. It was largely fine, you know? It wasn't like we can sit there in hindsight and go, oh, you should never make mistakes. I've seen Dani Alves get megged for a cross. You've seen Puyol and Ramos not reach a cross before. It happens. You know, I saw Vincent Kompany be not touched tight to a defender. It happens. It's a goal. Goals fucking happen. These are elite level footballers playing in the Premier League. Burnley are capable of scoring a goal against any team in the world because they're a Premier League side, you know? It's just one of those things where I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. But the defence was largely fine today. Nico Gonzalez was largely pretty good as well, you know. He played there, and he did more than a decent standing impression of Rodri. Is he Rodri? No, but did he win the ball an awful lot, and did he keep it ticking over? He did. A couple of key passes as well, absolutely fine. Phil wasn't at his scintillating best today. He wasn't. I mean, that's fine, you know. But he still had a few key passes. He still got involved an awful lot. He was still there. Not at his sensational best, but who is? The point is, when you're a great side, you don't have to be at 8, 9 out of 10 every week. Like, I've seen loads of games where Gundogan was just a 6 or 7 out of 10, but De Bruyne has stepped up and Mara stepped up. That's fine. When you have quality players, you don't need... The truly sensational performances are where when 8 and 9 players have 9 out of 10 games. They're the ones when you win 7-0 or you win a Champions League final or whatever. Most games, in your really good side, about 4 or 5 of you turn up really well and the others are sort of there. That's what happens in most games, you know. Like, I think there's a perception that to win a game, everyone has to play great. It's not really. Most people just have to sort of be good, you know, be there and do their job. And that's where you rely on your big players to win the game for you. You rely on your Haaland, your Doku, who's coming in that. You rely on your Kusanov to, you know, to Donnarumma to bail you out, your Kusanov to be flawless at right back as he has been. The point I'm making is Foden, he was allowed a slightly quieter game today because it happens, you know. But Doku, I thought was absolutely excellent again today. He only got one assist directly, but he was, of course, aggressively involved in the first goal. He was an absolute bundle of energy all day, creating chances, really nice through balls. Doku playing right now with a level of quality and composure that is incredibly impressive. You know, the guy's knitting all the potential together and getting involved. There were some rumours that he's been working on a connection with Erling Haaland pre-season. And it looks like it's working. He's picked out Haaland a few times this season, and he's got another assist today. He's in cracking form, Jeremy Doku, and another assist for a man that is, I hope, can carry on, because if he keeps carrying on to this potential, you've got a fantastic winger, you know, a brilliant player who's impacting the game regularly. I'm very, very happy for him. Yeah. So we're asking about Kusanov. Kusanov, of course, came up at half-time the other day with an injury. He'll be back after the international break. Yeah, Reinders, I thought, was the Reinders he's just not really doing much right now, Reinders. He's there, kept the ball reasonably well, but, you know, he's just Reinders, he's okay. I don't think he was abysmal, but he's just like, you know, he's not what we saw in the first game, you know. Text from a blue. What a lovely day of football. Perfect, my friend, if you're watching. Absolutely perfect, mate. Reinders, he's okay. I want to see more. Yeah, then I would agree with Heck. He's not looking out his depth, Reinders. He's just not being exciting. I agree with that, to be fair. And as Reinders said, he handled Arsenal pretty well defensively. I think that's fair as well. Look, we need to... we want everyone to be brilliant. If they're not, we presume they're bad. And I think we need to remember that, you know, it's not terrible to just be there and be okay. Because I think Reinders, he's doing a job. He's out. He's there. He's okay. He's not shining right now, but he is getting used to the intense hustle and bustle of the Premier League. Like, Serie A is insanely different to the Premier League. The Premier League is the most difficult league in the world, bar none. Like, I think we really do underestimate just how difficult the Premier League is, because we see quality everywhere, but no one, and I mean fucking no one, runs more than the Premier League. Like, the Premier League is an intensely physical, aggressive league full of absurd quality. Look at how good Palace are right now, by the way, and where they finished last season. They got fucking, like, potentially world-class players in their side, and they are just Crystal Palace. It's mad. Like, the quality of the Premier League is absurd. So Reinders, look, I don't know how far he'll go or how good he is, but he isn't stinking the place out. He's just not shining, but I don't think he's stinking it out. We'll see how he goes. He looks a little bit all over the place, but I think he's doubting himself a little bit, so we'll see how he gets on. Savino, I didn't think had a great game, unfortunately. Look, he was a bit wasteful. The amount of times he ran into people, gave the ball away, was a bit poor. I keep saying that right wing slot is open for someone if they want to go and grab it. I thought Oscar Bob had scored. It turns out he didn't score, which is a shame. It was your man Esteve again with the own goal. But Oscar, grab that shirt, mate. It's there if you want it. We didn't get to see Ryan McCady or McCaster, unfortunately, because the goals came far too late, which is a shame. And Guardiola went sensibly, in my opinion. We've seen it out. You couldn't make a fifth substitution because you only get 3 rounds of substitutions, I think, don't you? So, unfortunately, couldn't bring him on even though it was late. But yeah, Esteve, yeah. Esteve really is the go. Yeah, good old Esteve. I know it's Esteve, but he's Esteve to me. Chronically online, Steve. 2 on goals today. Thank you, Chronically Online, Steve, for the 2 goals. But yeah, I overall, look, it wasn't a smooth performance. It was weird to score 5 and not think we were that great. But I don't think we were bad. And I do think this is a win for conviction. A win for City right now that is important. We have to have games like this every now and then where we find a way to win, because that's important, you know. Bit of bad news for you. Unfortunately, I've just seen this from Guardiola. Guardiola said Rodri's suffering with pain in his knee right now. It's unclear whether he'll be available for Monaco. Not ready to play for Burnley. I hope he's alright, man. That sounds bad. Oh. We'll get the... You know, I mean, pain in his knee could have been like, oh, his knee was a bit uncomfortable, but he's alright. You know, pain in his knee sounds way worse than... than it is, hopefully. I don't know. William Dittmer, by the way, 30 months of men, thank you so much. He said Haaland stat padding is glorious. I love him. All the rest strikers stat pad, by the way. They do. But if they're not sure he's going to be available for midweek, it means they think it's not serious, surely. We will see on that. Guardiola, his quotes. He went very Roy Keane there. His late goals with Burnley. It's his job. He's an incredibly important figure for us. It's his job. Always he has chances. Always you have the feeling that he can score. Really pleased again performance of the team. Since the United game, the team showed another way, another body, language. Even not playing good against Arsenal, how they defended, helped each other. It's key for everything. And have to improve the details. He's right. Show for each other, improve the details afterwards. It is his job, and he does it very well. Nunes said he's a midfield player. In the final third, he has the vision to do good passes, good assists, and I encourage him to try and do it again and again. He's a midfield player. He's doing a good job as an auxiliary right back right now. He's not the long-term solution, but I think Guardiola's right to point out that this guy is playing out of position. He said these new Man City players, they have to know that this club has a culture that we have to win. Otherwise, it would not have happened what happened the last decade. By far the best team in England in terms of numbers and everything. But when you arrive in this club, in the training sessions, all the patterns, the mentality you have to be, every training session doing your best, the players feel that. When we won the Premier League in the past, all the titles, we never thought about that after 6 Premier League games. But just now, how we have to do to win the game, be better for the next games. And he's talking about the standards, and the standards will be reached because Guardiola is an absolute winner. I like that quote. And Guardiola said he loves his team. He thinks they're really good, and I hope they believe them. I think, yeah. Whoa, this is a big quote from Guardiola. I have a feeling Jeremy's decision-making in the final third has improved. Whoa. He's an incredible threat against teams in a low block and deep. Jeremy is really, really important. Really important. When a team is more transitional, maybe he struggles a little. But when a team is deep, he can bring the ball to the box. And after, he's now reading good. When Jeremy goes 2 or 3 opponents go, they don't allow him to go 1 against 1. Because 1 against 1 is unstoppable. There's no winger in 5-10 metres stronger than Jeremy. Impossible. I agree with that. There's no winger in the world better over 5-10 metres than Jeremy Doku. I truly agree with that. Now he's reading when opponents go to 3 man. He reads if a man is free to make a cross and extra pass. He's improved a lot. And that's right. I didn't. Jeremy Doku's problem was always like, if you beat a man, you want to beat him again. Like, no. I've always had a sort of rule as well, by the way, which is incredibly anti-football. If you beat 2 people, usually don't try and beat a third because luck runs out, And I know, if you actually Messi, go for it. Or maybe if you Doku, go for it because you're elite level. But largely, if you beat 3 people, fucking pass or shoot at that point. You're not going to beat a 4th, but it's the law of averages, and it also applies to Doku. If you got 3 people against you, just play the fucking pass, man. Like, it's not a challenge, and I think he's realising now, it's not a challenge to beat the guy. It's a challenge to draw the guy. And if you get those guys on you, at that point, play the fucking pass because you've made the space. And he is seeing that. His head's up, and Doku... Like, a lot of people feel like I don't like Doku, which is mad because I've doubted whether he become world class or not. Doubt is not like conviction. Doubt is me questioning something because I don't know the answer. Doubt is literally not knowing. And I've always said I would 1,000,000,000% want Doku in my squad of any side in the world. I've always said I love, and I'm going to find the proof, I love Doku's relentlessness because I find it fascinating. Like, I think Doku's relentlessness is his best attribute. That guy keeps going. He's fucking brave. The man plays... football fearlessly, and he goes at people time and time again, and I've always absolutely admired that because I think it takes an awful lot of spirit to do that, and I like it. He's brave and he goes at people constantly, so and if you add that consistency to that, then you get this. I don't know if he'll ever be a great goal scorer. I still don't know if he'll be a great goal scorer, but he can be a great creator. And he is slowing down, and he's playing more and more through balls right now, and I really, really like that for him. And I think the fact that he's so quick, he can slow down. He has got time to slow down. And as Guardiola said, it feels like he's improving, doesn't it? It does. So, yeah, a very good day. We're 5 points behind Liverpool. We'll see where we go from here. It's a long way for this season. We've got multiple people still out right now. How far ahead are we United? Let's have a look. Only the 3 points. That's mad, isn't it? Feels like more than that. But either way, back in the top 4. We're just getting going. Who are Arsenal playing tomorrow, by the way? Let's have a look. Who are Arsenal playing? Newcastle. There's a good chance that City could actually... Newcastle haven't got a great start, but it's Newcastle. City could be ahead of Liverpool by Arsenal tomorrow. After everything's said and done, if or maybe only 1 point behind him. City could be, you know, where Arsenal are. We will see. We will see. Guys, thanks for watching this. I'm going to go help the wife get the kids to bed. Up the Blues. Never felt more like singing the blues. City win. United lose. Oh, City. You got me singing the blues. Never felt more like singing the blues. City win. And the Scousers lose. Oh, City. Come on. Up that. I love it. Bye-bye. Thank you. Haaland, love you.